Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today it's going to be a wardy cast between Neeb and Spirit. Bottom left, the American Neeb, and in the bottom right, the Polish Spirit. So Spirit is an excellent Terran player. Not the best Terran player in the EU, though. That would go to Clem and maybe Hero Marine, as I erroneously forgot about the last time I cast Spirit. And thank you for correcting me, the people in the comments. I do read every single comment anyone ever makes on my videos. If you don't believe me, just leave a comment on any of my videos, and I will respond to you in some way. Alright? Okay. Checking for proxies here is Spirit, or maybe... maybe he's interested in his own proxy. We shall see. Alright, man. So, Spirit's TVZ is good, but I'm not entirely sure I've cast a TVP of his. I've cast a few PVTs from Neeb, and he is good at that as well. You know, splash damage, Widow Mines, and an Engineering Bay block by Spirit. Okay. All right. Anyway, happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to everybody here. Hit that like button if you're excited for a PVT featuring Neeb and Spirit. Neeb is not quite at the level he was a few years ago, but, you know, how many of us are? Right? Right. Not a Reaper opening here from Spirit. Terran players are foregoing the Reaper opening because it's super hard to get a probe kill, but I don't know. I feel like scouting with the Reaper is pretty darn A-okay, and Neeb opts to put his first expansion here to counter the Engineering Bay block. Okay. I mean, alright. This is weird. I've never seen this. I've seen Protoss go for this left side base, but putting it here is kind of gutsy. Expansion coming down from Spirit, not going for a one base style play whatsoever. You want to see one base plays? Check out my cheese compilation. That just came out last week. Cheese compilation number, I want to say 85. Woo! 85th cheese compilation. A ton of one base plays. And I cast a bunch of those, and now it's almost like casting regular macro style openings is weird. My brain's like, wait, what? They have second bases at 2 minutes? That doesn't compute. They should have 3 racks by now. The Protoss should be going for a Dark Shrine at this stage of the game. No. I mean, high-level players very rarely do that stuff. I mean, they will go for kind of 2 base attack timings. That's really replaced the 1 base attack timing. But sometimes there are. Sometimes there's 1 base shenanigans. Adept cruising in here from Neeb. These Marines are like, you're trapped in here with us. And the Adept says, can we kill this SCV? No. Good micro, pulling it off for a second, putting it immediately back on upon the evacuation of the Adept. The Adept cruising out again. And just making sure, just testing to make sure that Spirit didn't leave the door open. And an Oracle. An Oracle. 2 Adepts versus 5 Marines. Back in the days when Adepts 2-shot Marines, that would be enough, but not anymore. Hellions on the way, and a Starport on the way. Are we going to do Widow Mine drops? Spirit's daring today, aren't we? Says Squidward. Alright, so the Oracle name, oh my gosh, this is a long one. But if you want to leave me an Oracle name, you can do it. You can put it in the in a comment on any of my videos. Just put Oracle name, and then give it a name and maybe a backstory. God, these Hellions almost popped in just in time here. These Marines are all dead. But I mean, that Adept is totally dead. Is there anything to counter these guys from getting inside this mineral line? Is just going ham? No. So they're going to do that. They're going to come in here and go ham. And an Oracle cruises in. Oh, man. So SCVs are going to die here. Full show. They're pulling back to the Widow Mine. They're like, save us. Save us, Widow Mine. And actually, the Widow Mine is saving us right now. So Oracle gets another kill. Oracle's name is Larry Ellison. Larry Ellison. Oh, he got too close to a Widow Mine. We'll read the name, though, as these Adepts should... Man, this is so tough. Man, that's a 5-kill Adept before she dies. And she focused down another SCV. Gets 6 kills. My gosh. Oh, that's another free SCV. Bad control by Spirit. No, get it. There we go. I mean, look, a super injured SCV. Dude, this is intense, this first, couple minutes of this game. I don't really have time to read that Oracle name. Okay. 10 SCVs have been killed over the last couple minutes here by Adepts. And I guess the Oracle, too, got a couple kills in there as well. So, let's see. Larry Ellison, as Phoenix are out from Neeb. That does shut down a Widowmine drop attempt pretty nicely. I think Neeb might actually do this. I gotta say, if I had to pick who's gonna win this thing based on how the names in the game, let's just say that, I would say that Spirit probably has the advantage. Oh, speaking of Widowmine drops, by golly, it was right there. The first one was right here. It's actually still down there, but 0 probes have died, so whatever. This Widowmine is hiding very well. There's like always a probe on top of it, so it's kind of hard to see. Oh, that's tricky. I mean, it's invisible. Is it invisible anyway? Of course it is. It would have been killed regardless. There's an armory up. Of course it is here. Larry Ellison, CEO of Oracle Corporation, was looking for ways to exploit his workers and customers more so he could buy an even larger yacht. His top engineers were working on this plan when they accidentally caused a rift in space-time through which Larry fell, ending up on the Protoss homeworld of Ire. God, these adepts! You're gonna finish that shade. Go, Hellbats! Trap them in their SCVs. Trap them in with your bodies. Oh, and 11 probes died back. Okay, we gotta see that. We gotta see that. Plus, yeah. Totally hidden. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look how oversaturated this thing is, too. Oh, okay. All right. 11. Wow. And then the Adepts come in. We've seen that. Due to a terrible fault in the Universal Translator, when Larry explained to the Protoss that he was from Oracle looking to exploit his workers to make more money, they thought he said he was an Oracle looking to kill enemy workers to stop them from making more money. They packed him off into an Oracle, from which Larry couldn't escape unless he killed off an entire enemy mineral line. Did not happen. He got killed by a Widowmine, unfortunately. These Adepts are still going to town. Now they're canceling. They're shading out here. My gosh. This guy... no, that guy has 0 kills. This guy's got 2 kills, though. And this guy has got 0 kills. Who's getting... this one? This one. Oh my gosh. The Widowmine drops from Spirit. He is not doing super well. What a worker massacre. 19 probes have died and 17 SCVs have died. And more SCVs are dying here. And this one of mine gets a couple more kills. This one's going to fire again. Oh my gosh. 16 probes. This is worker Armageddon right now. I cannot express to you how many workers have died. I can. It's 30 probes and 24 SCVs in the first 6 minutes of this game. The Widowmines are getting so much work done. Make an observer. Do we have an observer yet? Is that what's... yes, okay. There's 2 observers now. One is scouting offensively, one is scouting defensively. So it's 30 to 37 workers at 7 minutes right now. There's a 3rd base from Neeb, which is really nice, actually. The Phoenix, can they handle a small group of Marines? I gotta say they can. Quick lift and kill on these guys. The Viking's a problem, so they try to take it down. Nope. Losing a Phoenix in the process, unfortunately. Dude, Spirit is not ready to give up. He's going to drop Widowmines and a Hellbat in the natural mineral line. This is just going to be brutal. Oh my gosh. Okay. Dude, so Neeb is not exactly super paying attention right now. Just forcing the full evacuation of these probes. Oh, they're going to stack up. They're going to stack up somewhere. Where's that other... this one? This one's here. Oh. No, don't fire! Oh! He could have waited! He could have waited! Oh, get him! Get him when they're stacked! Yeah! Oh, the lift! The lift and the kill there, but 9 more probes go down! 43 probes and 24 SCVs have died so far. First 8 minutes of this game. This is an absolute Armageddon for workers here. They're getting murdered left and right and front and center. This is a bad game to be a worker in, ladies and gentlemen. 45 probe kills. 38 to 49 workers in favor of Spirit. Obviously, he's done a better job killing workers, but also he doesn't have a 3rd base, which I'm concerned about for him. These Phoenix are acting like there are no Widowmines anywhere. There aren't any, but man, they're brave. They killed 2 more SCVs, ones that are building barracks. So now SCVs have to come off the line to finish building the paused barracks here. Neeb somehow finds it within him to start building Colossus. At 8 minutes. He's like, well, my economy's garbage right now for 8-9 minutes, but at least I've done work against Spirit here. So that counts for something. Oh, it's a free Phoenix. Yeah. God, that range on that Cyclone is insane. If they nerfed the lock-on range on Cyclones, would anybody be super mad? Terrans would maybe be mad, I guess. I feel like it could stand to be reduced a little bit, and they'd still be able to get as much functionality out of it as they do. It just wouldn't be quite insane anymore. Who did that? Juggernaut Jason. Juggernaut Jason put out some suggested balance patches for Protoss, Zerg, and Terran for StarCraft 2, which I thought was interesting. And if you want to see my reaction to these changes, as well as what they are, as well as Somicrons, you can check out the latest edition of the Falcon Paladin Hour, where we go over each of these suggested changes in depth, kind of discuss which changes make sense to us, which ones are dumb, which ones are just horrible ideas, which ones are no-brainers, right? So I'll put a link in the description here to that podcast if you want to check it out. If you want to hear Falcon go on and on about these ideas, then check it out. Click the link. It's on YouTube. It's a YouTube link. It's out on Somicron's YouTube channel. You can subscribe to it. All he's really posting, I think, are just the YouTube VODs. So what do you have to lose? Check it out, right? Link in the description, Falcon Paladin Hour. And if you don't want to watch the VOD, you can find the Falcon Paladin Hour on any podcast app. We're on Spotify. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on Google Podcasts. We're on Stitcher. We are literally on any podcast app you can ever possibly think of. Just search Falcon Paladin and you'll find us there too, okay? Okay. Yeah, that might, I mean, look, a lot of the times we're talking about Warhammer or anime, and I don't know, how many of you guys are interested in that stuff? Not all of you. But I think all of you would be interested in hearing my thoughts about some ideas for the future of StarCraft 2 balance. And look, we just got a balance patch in March of this year. So it's not like we're never getting one again, you know what I mean? Little drop in here from Spirit into the main base. And, okay, the medevac gets killed. A Phoenix dies. Shield battery overcharge is up, lifting the Marauder, so it's not as much a concern. And, yeah, they take down the Marauder. The Marines should not really be that hard to deal with at this point in time. But they do get a Phoenix. That's a little bit careless from Neeb for sure. He's got Disruptors out. The Colossus are still around. Yeah, the Colossus are still hanging out. I don't think they've accomplished much. 0 kills. 0 kills. Yeah, all right. So, I mean, for how bloody the first 8 minutes of this game were, this is not bad. This is not too bad anymore, right? Everything's kind of calmed down. 3 more probes just died. Just going to add it to the list. Oh, free medevac, though. Good split. Great split against that Disruptor defensive shot. 48 probes. 48 probes have died. Neeb's at 75 workers, though. He's rainering it up right now. He doesn't care how many workers of his are going to kill. He's going to replace them. No problem. And look, if this was a game where Neeb just lost 48 workers in the first 12 minutes and Spirit hadn't lost any, Spirit would have won by now. But Neeb was able to get enough damage on the other side to slow Spirit down to where Spirit can't just instantly push across the map and win right now. Right? Right. Okay. I'm very glad we all understand this stuff. Another base coming up from Neeb at the gold, but guess what? Spirit's already got his income tab, largely favoring Spirit. Little kind of pokes up into the blue there from Neeb, though. He's considering attacking this base. It's not a bad one to attack. Probably knock down these. Okay, so floating in some hallucinated Phoenix to spot. But, I mean, this is an army parked at a planetary. Attacking into it is just a dangerous idea. Can Purification Novas go through these? I bet they can. I bet they go through the mineral patches here, don't they? Wow, 6 SCVs died in like 2 swipes. Woof! Yeah, you send a Nova down here, and then it explodes, and the splash radius hits the other side of this mineral line. I think it totally should. I mean, Neeb's kind of acting like it doesn't. Or maybe just acting like it's easy for Spirit to pull them back, which, sure. Suppose it is. But man, we are really just kind of moving on into a fairly standard TVP now. All the splash damage from Neeb, Colossus, Disruptors. He's making some carriers, though. I was expecting maybe some High Templar with Storm, but great scan. Spirit sees the fleet beacon and sees the carrier in production here and says, okay, I don't really have a ton of anti-air stuff. I have 24 Marines and 6 Ghosts and a Viking. So let's start pumping more Vikings, probably. A bunch more Marines might be nice here, too. Wouldn't say no to that. Ghosts aren't incredibly useful against carriers, but they're not utterly useless either. I love the hallucinated Phoenix plays. It's really good. 2 Novas to take down a single Marine is probably overkill. That's all right. Spirit says, okay, so these Marauders and these Ghosts might not have a ton of use later. Is this like sending roaches around to kill stuff as a Zerg player when your enemy techs into Sky Tossed and you're like, yeah, these roaches are not useful anymore. So might as well just try to get some damage done with them and send them off to die. Great EMPs, though. Solid EMPs. These Disruptors are getting chased. Dude, what happened? Why are these disruptors alone? How did they get abandoned? Pull back to the shield batteries. Ah! What the heck was that? I don't know how those disruptors got caught out by themselves. Neeb, a little sloppy here. Wow, the upgrades. Infantry weapons level 2, infantry armor level 2, ground armor level 1, and cloaking coming in for ghosts, all at nearly identical moments. Always super cool when stuff like that happens. Neeb taking the top left, and Spirit's already got this top right. So we are on equal base count. 7 bases. 6. 6 bases with the 12 o'clock and the 6 o'clock as historically just kind of being left alone. They're hard to take. They are hard to hold. You take them if you need them. If you're a Zerg player, you have to have both of them if the map is split in half, because you need to have that base advantage if you're playing against a Terran or a Protoss. It's really hard to do. We've seen a lot of Zerg players struggle on this map for that very reason. But Protoss and Terran, pretty happy to be on even base count, honestly. Nukes are on the way from Spirit. We know he can use nukes. Oh ho ho, how many Spirit games have I cast, and how many of them have nukes? It's like 80% of them do. Pretty awesome stuff, honestly. Honestly. More command centers on the way, more Nexus on the way, yada yada yada. Everybody macroing. Air weapons getting researched by Neeb. We're not surprised by that. And it's kind of blinking down here. Disruptor shots come in and try to take down tanks. They do kill one tank and weaken another one. But man, the tanks are just sitting back here shelling on these sentries, on these disruptors if they get close enough. Nice snipe. A lot of Marauders died there and a supply depot. Bit of a 2-for-1. Nuke attempt. Oh, Neeb. Neeb, does he see it? Does he see it? No, he doesn't see it now. He would have pulled away by this point. Oh. No, he saw it. I think he just maybe they'd waited to like the last possible second and pulled them away. What a stud. Yeah, I mean, that timing was either the luckiest timing, he barely saw it in time, or he saw it and was like, no use losing mining time here. I know how long it takes for a nuke to land. So the Ghost gets 2 kills, dies to Colossus lasers. He survives better than you'd expect because he's not light, right? You kind of expect Ghosts to be light units because they're skinny boys, but no, they're psionic type, which means they don't take bonus damage from anything. They're like queens that way. They don't have a ton of HP, but, you know, they're squishy. 2 more nukes on the way here. We got ourselves a Dark Shrine and a Mothership from Neeb. So we are moving into full-on macro mode right now. What did you do? A probe? We're trying to free up supply for other... I mean, he's maxed out, so... Yeah, I guess. God, he's got to try to kill this thing with Colossus. And carriers aren't horrendously bad at this. This is a weird place for a nuke. He's like, well, if anyone tries to come up this ramp and stop this base from landing. They got another thing coming. There's a cancel. So yeah, Neeb's got this. Oh, I forgot Neeb had this. So he was actually up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, he had 6. And it was only 5 for Spirit until this one came down. Look at me counting. Look at me. I'm the mathematician now. And Vikings doing... Wow. One volleying down Colossus and carriers here. Dude, it's enough Vikings to one-shot carriers. We have not seen this. I can't remember the last time I saw a Terran making enough carriers... Or Terran making enough Vikings to take down a carrier with one solid blow. That's insane. Battle cruisers are on the way, too. Are you kidding me right now? Dude, yeah, a couple of Vikings keep dying here, but there are still enough that one volley wipes out a carrier. I don't know if there are any more. Every time a couple of these Vikings die to interceptors, I'm like, maybe that's enough. Maybe now there aren't enough Vikings to one-shot these boys. Interesting place for a nuke again. Spirit's like, I don't know. I've got cash. I've got nukes. I might as well throw them down and just force Neeb to panic for a little bit. It's kind of like Zerg players and Niduses. It's a scary thing. Nice drop of the gold base. Shield battery overcharge. No! Say these 3/3 Marines. They're very scary. But also, they're very dead. Like, this drop is just not accomplishing a whole lot. And... Oh, I was going to say there's no escape, but there kind of is. Well, temporary escape. You're going to kill some more probes here. He's really going for 100 probe kills today in this game, isn't he? I think it's on the table. He's at 57 right now. If he just kills like 2 more bases and gets all the probes with it, yeah, he could easily make his way into 100 workers killed, which is, it's almost a win now button, if you can pull that off, right? It's like in TVZ, if you kill 10 hatcheries, you pretty much won. I think if you kill 100 enemy workers, you pretty much win. Is that fair to say? Oh, see Spirit knocking down these rocks. Coming into the south here, Neeb's probes are in a lot of trouble. The Vikings enough to one-shot carriers? I don't think they do. I think they would have gone for a couple more hits if that was the case. And yeah, this Ghost is just like, well, I'm good against workers. Pachoo, pachoo, pachoo. We're just going to send me down. I'm not going to sacrifice any more units than I have to. Ghost has got 5 kills before he gets lasered alive. Scan up. Dude, nuking onto this high ground would be kind of awesome, actually. Are these SCVs repairing each other? Yeah. That SCV's trying to repair his buddy. I don't know what this SCV's trying to... Oh, he's trying to repair the Vikings. Ah, it is a high ground nuke. All right. Let's see if he can get it. The disruptors are like, we can get you even if we can't see you, shimmery boy. They missed. The nuke is going to land. Pow! Injuring an assimilator. Oh, yeah. Another nuke at the gold base for Neeb. Is this one going to land? I don't know. I really don't have any idea. Let's find out together. It's going to land. Will it kill anything? Yes. Oh, 10 more probes die. There we go. There we go. This is what we're going for here. I'm rooting right now for 100 probes to die. And I think Spirit can do it. I really do. This game is far from over. Both players have decent banks. Actually, Spirit's bank is about a third of which Neeb's is. But Spirit has more gas by a 2-to-1 ratio. So that's pretty good. I like the harassing SCVs. Come kill us and free up supply while we drill into the shielding on this Stargate. 12 o'clock base. No. Battle Cruiser Hit Squad from Spirit, though. All right. Dude, these guys could personally wipe out 25 probes given the opportunity. Are there any Tempests about? No. Dude, he just started making 4. I think Neeb was not aware battle cruisers were on the field and operational. So this is like Return of the Jedi when the Emperor says, aha, they've fallen for my trap. They're attacking directly into my fully functional Death Star. The battle cruisers jump out after getting 7 more probe kills. That's what we're talking about. When they jump down here, oh, they're taking advantage of their maneuverability. No, these probes are not running. Oh, okay, they are running. Excellent. 8, though. We're at 79 probes. Come on, do it. Look, I'm not rooting for Spirit because he's a Terran, and I like Terran for Protoss. I would be fine with either player winning here. Obviously, Neeb's an American. And part of me wants to root for Neeb here. Not that he gives me a ton of reasons to do that every year, but, I still want him to see him do well. I want him to do well. Yeah, it's enough to one-shot carriers. Whew, boy. Also, the Colossus are good targets, too. Hot stuff there. But yeah, how many times have we seen 100 probes killed in a game of StarCraft? Not many. Not many games. Spirit taking the 6 o'clock base that was Neeb's for... Oh, such a brief amount of time. Transformation servos coming in. For what? Actually, does that affect Vikings? I'll look that up real quick. 6 o'clock base dies! There is there's just SCVs around here causing havoc for freeing up supply purposes. Alright, whatever. Let's see. Transformation. Servos in StarCraft 2. Yes, thank you. What just... Oh. Okay, so, does it count if the SCVs die because they're being sacrificed intentionally? I don't know. We're not going to get 100 SCV kills. Oh, anyway. As I was saying that, I was like, are you sure? Are you sure about that? Okay, so transformation servos. Hellions and... Is it only Hellions and Hellbats? I could have sworn it affected more stuff. Yamato's catching a Tempest out. Very nicely done. Huh. Another nuke coming in. It's just dissuading the Protoss army from coming in here. They try to burn down siege tanks. They've got the tectonic destabilizers upgrade, but it only works against buildings. You will see it. It's red and orange and scary when it's attacking tanks, but it's the same amount of damage. Spirit taking this 12 o'clock, calling down 100 mules for that income to go into his favor real quick. Look at it plummet down from being on Neeb's side of the map. All the way down to... There you go. Spirit's side of the map. That's what we're here for. There's a DT in here. you know, just casually wiping out SCVs with his upgrades. He's got +3 attack on him. And here comes our guy, Neeb. Neeb says, you don't get this base. In fact, nobody gets the 12 o'clock or the 6 o'clock. I say so. Mules die, but they don't count as worker kills. Some SCVs are going down, though. That's 8 total. What have been killed so far? It's more battle cruisers, more Vikings, more carriers, more Tempests. Yes, this is the fun PvT. The PvT where it's like Marine Marauder, Medevac, Ghost versus Liberator, and Liberator, versus like Disruptor, Colossus, Stalker, Zealot, right? That's a fun strategy. I don't dislike those games, but this is just a nice little change of pace. We don't see a ton of carriers like this very often. We don't see a ton of battle cruisers like this very often. I mean, sometimes we see them against Zerg, but not as much anymore. And in TVT, sometimes if the game goes long enough, sure, we'll see some BCs out. Oh, these ghosts, really bad time there. Oh, but the battle cruisers jump in and go brah, brah, and then he recalls to basically the same position. Okay, we're Yamatoing. Yeah, it should be enough here. He's not getting any probe kills, though. No! GG! Spirit wins! In 25 minutes and 32 seconds, and we only ended up getting 81 probe kills. We were so close. We were so close. Also, I feel like that was a pretty clutch mistake there from Neeb, right? If he recalls, like, over here, he keeps his stuff alive. And this base dies, it doesn't matter. This was mined out anyway. I guess he's worried about Spirit just kind of wandering into his main base and wiping him out here. And he's like, I need to force a confrontation anyway. But during the recall, it leaves your carriers vulnerable to attack for like 3 seconds, which is extra 3 seconds. The battle cruisers are hammering on you. So that was a mistake, I think. If he was just going to stay and fight, he should have stayed and fought. The recall to 3 feet away, not what I'm really seeing here, you know? So weird. What a weird choice. What if it was a misclick or something? Like, suddenly you're under attack. There's these bait. He's like, oh no, they got some sick EMPs off on the carrier stack. That's what it was. The Tempest, too. Oops, sorry, one more time. I was really focused on the lack of shielding here. Yeah, so then, yeah, they take extra hits, and then they jump. These battle cruisers don't even have to move to keep firing on your butts. So weird, man. That was fun, though. That was really fun. JLC, one of my Discord members, is going to be very happy to see that. Hey, want to join the Discord? There's a link to the Discord server in the description of this, too. I'm there. Like, I know a lot of these StarCraft Discord servers, the owner of the Discord isn't there ever. You have to, like, make your own community, but I'm there. I'm there pretty much all the time. I have a job where I can kind of keep an eye on Discord and hang out and, like, talk to people about stuff. Anyway, well done. GG there, Spirit. That was a bloodbath, though, right? 81 probes died, 72 SCVs died, a planetary, a command center, 3 nexuses, 10 disruptors, 20 carriers, 3 battle cruisers, 15 ghosts. I mean, yeah, 35,000 resources lost for Neeb and only 27 lost for Spirit is kind of the big number there, right? It often is. It often is. And Neeb tapping out there with 4 carriers and a mothership. Not the wrong idea. Not at all. So, well done, Spirit, I think. The battle cruisers Neeb obviously did not know about because they showed up. They started killing this gold base, and immediately Neeb started Tempest production. He was like, oh, crap. And he was just behind from that point on. He didn't have a good anti-battle cruiser army at all, really. How many Tempests? He did lose 8 Tempests, but he only had like 9 Tempests to try to counter the 9 plus 3 to 12 battle cruisers that existed in this game. It wasn't going to work. It wasn't going to work. So, GG. That was it. That's going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.